Hey everybody, it's the Boss Lady here. Welcome back to the porch. Anyway, coming to you with Talk About It Tuesday. So for all my new subscribers, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Talk About It Tuesday. I typically do a Talk About It Tuesday every Tuesday unless something arises. Just talking about different things going on either in life or spiritually, physically. So today's topic, since today is the first day, actually, well, when you see this video, it will be on Tuesday, but today is actually the first day of Vacation Bible School. So today is actually Monday that I'm recording this, but all the classes learned the very first miracle Jesus ever performed, which was turning water into wine. And so, of course, a lot of the kids, that's the only thing they could remember was, Jesus turned water into wine. Well, when it came to the adults, we talked about, Jesus' first miracle. And, by him being so powerful, able to turn water into wine, just imagine if we sit back and think about it, what could he do for us? What could he do for our enemies? And so as I was sitting there and reflecting back as to, Jesus, performing all these miracles and his first miracle and thinking that, about what he can do for us and what he has done for us, and then thinking about my enemies, I came across, I would say, an enemy at Vacation Bible School. I had the pleasure, I guess you could say, of having this person be in my life at a time where I wasn't where I am now. I'll put it that way. And for those who don't know, Boss Lady does have another side to her that I try my best to keep under wraps, under guard, chain, link fence, because there are times where Boss Lady can snap, crackle, and pop. And so this person that crossed my path many years ago, I actually worked for this person, and our working relationship just was not great. One thing I can give this person credit for, because, they stepped out on faith and gave me a job, at that time in my life, I was able to actually work myself off of the system, off of welfare. So that was the first job that I had where I made enough money to support myself and baby girl. So I thank that person for that, because they gave me a sense of empowerment over my life, I guess you could say. And I had the drive in me to work hard and beat the odds. And so I did, and I appreciate that. But in the same breath, that person was very mean to me, very nasty to me, treated me as if I was like their personal gopher, their personal assistant, when actually I was a clerk in the business, in the office. And so I became very bitter, very angry. And, when we sit back and we allow someone to make us bitter, make us angry, it doesn't affect them. It affects us. It can affect us mentally, spiritually, physically. Because I allowed that person to take me out of my character, and affect me, I became very sick, to the point where I was having tests done. They didn't know what was wrong with me. They thought I had Crohn's disease, all kinds of things. And, it got to a point where I said, you know what, enough is enough. And at that point, I decided, I got to step out on faith. I still have, my child to raise. I have a house to provide for, because yes, at that time I was living here. And so I stepped out on faith. I quit. After 4 months, yes, I quit. And I got a different job and continued to be successful and where I am today. So, but I still remain bitter. Even though I was able to take myself out of that situation, anytime I heard the person's name, I despised them. Anytime I read the person's name in the paper, seen their name on the TV, someone spoke about them, I could not stand that person. And I was bitter for a long time. And actually, I don't even recall when I stopped being bitter. It got to a point where out of sight, out of mind, basically. If no one spoke their name, I didn't think about them. If I didn't see their face, I didn't think about them. It didn't bring up all those bad memories. But for a few years after working there, anytime someone would say their name, I would see their picture, see their face, I would get angry all over again. But I am so thankful by my spiritual growth and my spiritual walk that God allowed that bitterness to cease. So when that person crossed my path today, at first I was in shock because I said, wait a minute, is that who I think it is? And I had to, elbow a friend and say, hey, you see that lady? What's their name? And she told me, and I said, wow. And not only did she tell me the person's name, but the person has become a reverend. So out of all the mean, ill-will things that person has done in their life, God worked on them. So, when we sit back and we think about the miracles that have been transpired within, life itself, and Jesus' first miracle, I think about that particular miracle where, God touched that person. That person has done a lot of ugly, nasty things in this world, but they had to take them down to their knees, they had to get on their face, and now the Lord is working through them. So I appreciate that. Just as well as the Lord is working through me, and I appreciate that as well. Normally back in the day, before I became the person that I am now, if someone wronged me, I didn't care if it was 3, 4, 5 years. If they wronged me then, to me, it's like it was still the beginning where they were wronging me now. So, but I didn't feel that way. And I don't know if it was because I was in the house of the Lord or if it was just, the Lord had changed my heart. But when I looked at that person today, I didn't have no bitterness. I didn't have no hatred. Because at that point in my life, this was back in 98, I hated that woman. I hated her so much. And I can honestly, say that I hated this person. And I'm just glad that the Lord worked on me, worked on my heart, and, changed those feelings around. Because, it was years. Years, 98 to now. Yeah, it was a long time where I just did not like that person. I despised that person. The name, the face, everything about the person. But I'm glad that, Jesus worked his first miracle, turning water into wine. And I'm happy that the Lord continues to, do miracles every day. And one miracle was changing my heart against this woman. So that is my Talk About It Tuesday, guys. So I just want you guys to know that no matter your situation, no matter what you're going through, the Lord will turn things around for you and work it out in your favor. It may seem hard. It may seem bleak. It may seem just impossible. But just keep trusting, keep believing, and just know the Lord will see you through. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.